What is up, guys? Welcome down to Craig's Golf. I'm Craig Salt, if you didn't already know, and we are back indoors in the studio because it's blowing a hoolie out there. What I thought I'd do is, as I'm trying to improve my golf over this winter, as probably you saw, it wasn't very good last year, we're going to film some lessons. So I've had a couple of lessons off Justin, who is here, who this lovely man cave belongs to. So when you comment below saying, is this in your back garden? It's not, it's this guy's. So we're just going to go through a normal lesson like we would normally, and when I'm down here, go through what I'm trying to change, how we're going to try and change that, and go from there. So without further ado, we'll jump straight into it. I'm going to need to warm up before anything.
Perfect. So what are you starting with, Craig? We got 7 iron, 6
iron? 7 iron.
Perfect.
7
okay.
iron.
So we've just got you on the driving range at the minute. We're just going to do some warm-ups. We're actually going to look at some stats sort of relative from warm-up to getting warm-up as well. So we'll let you hit 10 shots. We've got you stood at 170, which is a bit irrelevant, but
Click
just get yourself going. Don't worry about
exactly.
Good. So what I want you to do, Craig, after every shot, certainly as you're warming up, I just want you to give me a mark out of 10.
10. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. We're done. Perfect.
Sorted. That, I mean, yeah.
So it's always interesting to find out, you know, what you feel is a good golf shot. You know, there's no right or wrong answer. So what would you mark that one?
Literally 10. That was
good.
I'll take those numbers any day.
Yeah. And the fact you hit the green.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, that was 11.
Okay, we're getting better. So this is the problem when you mark the first one at 10. Expectations are set pretty damn high.
Yeah.
So what I'm just going to do as well, I'm just going to mark up your club. Because we've only got 1 or no dots on there. That's some dirty golf club. All right, don't come to a golf lesson with dirty...
Oh, no, don't do that.
dirty golf clubs.
It's dark over there, they won't say.
Changes the spin.
Yeah. I cleaned my shoes, though.
Perfect. At least you've got good grip. That's the main thing.
So like I said, I had a couple of lessons with you before.
Yes.
And we were working, obviously, on a new things. Yeah, I like that. It's beautiful. Look, that's perfect. So obviously, before I was extremely from the inside.
Way on the inside, yeah. You were about 8 degrees from the inside. You had quite a forward hip thrust.
Yeah.
The hips weren't really turning. You were really sort of shallowing the shaft almost too much, getting and then trying to save it with your hands. It's quite...
hard to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we've done 1 or 2 lessons trying to work on it.
two lessons we've had. I've had some practice over winter, over Christmas period, but it was definitely, when it worked, it was fine because I could save it with my hands, but we were finding that when I couldn't, then...
You could either miss it high right or low left, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
and that was sort of the one thing I was... we were joking about this earlier. I was trying to be more consistent. Every golfer says that. But have one miss, which was what we're trying to get a little bit, so I could, you know, the bad shot wasn't going to be catastrophic.
Yeah. Well, I think the main thing is, you know, because we've got a little bit more width now with the takeaway.
Yeah.
Certainly your path. You know, your path numbers are completely different now.
Yeah.
You know, so and it's the one thing we did almost first lesson. The first thing, let's get the path sorted. So even on that shot, then, you know, your path is 0.1 degrees out to in, and to be honest, you know, when you swing it, your path never really changes much out of a degree either way, which is great, superb. Yeah. Now we've got to try and really get control of the club face to try and figure out, you know, why you're missing the odd one a little bit left. But
definitely.
Good shot, keep going.
It was just a bit fat.
It's a bit slappy, wasn't it? But again, it's exactly the same miss.
Yeah.
So, you know, even if we start to take a little bird's eye view of this, what we can really start to see is a complete pattern.
Yeah.
Not a single ball has finished finished right of target. Nothing started right, which is great. They've all started pretty straight and just finished a little bit left.
Yeah.
All right. So
again, that's just sort of that club face control more than the path. The path is
fantastic, you know. And again, we can look at the analysis, we can look back. See, we didn't have the markers on for the first few, but closed. You know, your average path at the moment. Bear in mind when we first met, you were about 7 degrees to the right. So whatever we've done together, we've done it right. You've worked hard to get it right. And I've hopefully got you going. So
Yeah.
you're averaging 0.1 out to in. You know, the worst you swung it was 1 degree out to in, which is fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, today it's going to be a little bit more about controlling the club face.
Yeah.
Trying to get the feeling of not getting that club face too much ahead of you.
And I think it was that strike we were trying to work on a little bit as well. I was quite toey, wasn't I? Especially with the driver and stuff like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
But I think that was more to do with the path than...
Correct, yeah. And as soon as you got your hands flipping too much this way and you started getting that club face closed, there was no chance of you finding the middle of the club head. Again, you know, now we're looking far more towards the centre of the golf club, which is great, which is why it's interesting. It's why you mark most of your shots quite high.
Yeah.
Now, that's not an arrogance. It just feels because you're getting out in the middle of the golf club, which is, it's such a good place to be. So when we're stood here thinking, right, we only really have to work on one thing, not 82 things.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and I think that helps with when I'm marking. I know, because we've had lessons and I've learned a little bit about my swing, I know what I'm doing now. So when it is not as bad, I still mark it high because I know what I did wrong. Whereas if I'm going, well, I have no idea how I did that.
Correct.
I'm a little bit more comfortable with it.
Good. Okay, so we're going to shot 9 and then we're going to come out of warm up. Still missing slightly left, but yeah, very good golf shot again.
Yeah, again, strike felt good, I think.
Yeah,
on that one.
and again, only a degree close. Okay, perfect. Right, let's stop you there. So let's, what we've got to try and get you to do. So again, even then, as soon as you warm up, it is interesting. You know, we take out the last couple of the warm-ups. You know, it looks like it takes you, which is really good for you to see, it takes you 5 or 6 shots at least to warm up.
Yeah.
Took you your 6 shots, you then get up to your 92 mile an hour with your 7-iron. You take those out and you were swinging at 89.
Yeah.
Now you're consistently, and even getting up to 93.5, you know, 93.7. So that's good. So again, really important to warm up.
5 shots on the range, you sorted, yeah?
For you, yeah, 'cause you're young. So what we're looking at now, we're just going to concentrate on trying to control that club face.
Yeah.
Okay. So one thing that we do see with you, if you get yourself set up, okay, at setup we're in good shape. Get quarterback with your backswing. So just take it away to there. Still in pretty good shape. I do like this golf club pointing slightly towards the ground, which you've got. Yeah. Some people will say it looks a little bit closed, but that's absolutely fine. Yeah. Get to the top of your backswing. Good. This is something we really worked on. I'm now loving this really sort of flat wrist. Yeah. We're not getting any cupping anymore. So this is excellent. So you're in a great position here, okay? Yeah. Where the problem then starts to come, if you just get down to parallel, where you start turning your hips to there, great shape. All right. So you can start to see the hips have started to turn. Yeah. At this point is where you stop. Okay. So what you then feel is that that's why I stood just by there. You can see your hands slightly stop. Yeah. And then what happens then is that you start to get that club head ahead of the golf ball this way. Okay. Yeah. What we've got to try and make sure from this position here is that you just keep the club head behind the hands. Yeah. So what we're going to try and get you to feel, and this is quite an important point, is that from here, so many people want to feel that golf club go down towards the golf ball. Yeah. So they'll get the right hand working too hard this way. Yeah. I actually want you to feel the left hand go up. Yeah. So as you keep turning, I just want you to turn your hips and turn them there, and you can see how the club face is squared up. Yeah. Okay. This is all going to be to do with you just turning as hard as you can. Yeah. All right. So I almost want you to feel as if you're pulling your left hand up and around the corner. And we're going to try and get you to feel as if the club head is slightly behind you. All right. All right. So what we're going to do, just as a little comparison test, just in here, I'm going to just set this up, and we're just going to say, we'll just call this an exercise. So what should we call it? Should we call it left hand up? Yep. Just so we know where we are. Oh, left. What I want you to really try and feel as if you want to do is to work so hard to pull that left hand up in the air. Almost like I'm going to top it. Yes, which you won't, because to be honest with you, the quicker you pull that handle up, the quicker the club head is going to go down. And we've all seen me trying to top a golf ball as well. Yes, yes. So again, I just want you to feel the same golf swing. I still want you to feel as if you're trying to keep swinging left, but you're going to pull. There we go. Keep pulling up. That's it. Good. Not quite. So what I'm going to get you to actually do, I'm going to get you to put your feet slightly closer together.
Yeah.
So if we can narrow your centre of gravity slightly to help you to try and turn a bit quicker. That's it. Up. Just try and feel. It's almost feeling as if you're hitting a bunker shot where you're keeping the club head just behind you.
Okay.
Okay, that was close. Didn't quite get all of it, did you?
No, it was just a little heavy. But...
That's good there. So if we just have a quick look at the hole, quick flyby, you can actually see you want to start at the middle of the green and cut it back to the hole. We don't really want to be turning it too much towards the 3 bunkers on the left-hand side. Okay, so white line is your target. You just want to be starting as slightly left of that. And if you want to aim slightly left, you can. And then just try and hold the face. Because what we're trying to do is trying to hit this fade.
Yeah.
So because you're now aiming left, we're not really going to worry too much about the path. But this is now just watching the golf ball. Trying to see if we can keep this club head in behind you. So close, but you just see that extension through here.
Yeah. And that's what happens.
That's what happens. Splish, splash. Go again. Looked so good, and is. Good. Lovely ball flight, wasn't it? 0.3 closed. But I just like the way all I'm trying to watch from here is I'm trying to watch your hands disappear.
Yeah.
If I can see them disappearing over there, then I'm quite happy. Yeah, there we go. There's your movement. So keep those feet slightly narrow, it's helping you turn, that's great. Just keep the club face behind you. Bit flippy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Flip toe. So as soon as you close the club face, you're going to get towards the toe, it becomes weak.
Yeah. I kind of went that way first. So when I was here, I was like, well, I've
got to try and recover it somehow.
Yeah.
And like I said, if you were a much higher handicap, you probably wouldn't have quite had the ability to recover that and probably hit it high right.
Right.
Close. And again, just toe strike, which is why I didn't quite make it.
Yeah.
Again, path numbers are excellent. All looking good. Close again. Just do me a favour. What I want you to do, just for a few, because this is just a little exercise. Obviously, I wouldn't want you doing this. I want you to aim left, and I want you to hit a fade, or I want you to hit a slice. Okay?
Yeah.
So I want you to aim left, and all I want you to feel is just to feel as you want to swing as hard left as you can. I want you to leave the face wide open. Mind the camera. There's your feeling. There's your fade.
Yeah.
It's actually a perfect shot. But it's interestingly enough, when you start aiming left, your brain will go, well, I now definitely can't flip this. So it's quite a nice way of practicing. Obviously, you can then start to see you're aiming 5.5 degrees left, which is fine.
Yeah.
But again, I just like the idea with you is that if you know your body's aiming left as a practice, if you flip it, you're just going to miss it even further left. And hopefully your intelligent brain won't let that happen. Okay? So again, aim left and just try and feel as if the club face is feeling slightly open for you. Heavy. And again, that's a really good illustration of, from this position in here, you get to a great position, and instead of pulling up,
just
you get this
dunk it
motion.
straight.
Yeah, exactly. You just get a bit of a drop kick, as we call it. It's almost trying to get the feeling you almost want to thin it.
Back to that one.
Yes.
Right.
That's why we're in the warm, not in the cold. Up. Feel it up. Go on, explode up. Up. So if you see, a long driver, for instance, what they get, obviously they get this reverse up.
Yeah.
But they get this leg straightening up and almost getting the foot off the heel, off the ground this way.
Yeah.
And I'm not asking you to, obviously hit it as long as these guys, it's just not possible. What I am asking is for you to try and turn and feel this left leg straighten up as you go. You want to be moving out of the ground, you're creating force out of the ground to help you turn. Lovely golf shot. Shape was amazing, wasn't it? Didn't get all of it again, but the shape was amazing. We're just going to drop you down to a 6-iron just to try and get some
weak.
Well, try and get you to hit the green.
Yeah, exactly.
I could move you forward, but I want you to try and get the sort of feeling of even with the longer irons. This should be a little bit easier because the club's sort of a quarter of an inch longer. It should be much easier for you to keep this behind you. But just shove the ball a bit further forward in your stance towards your left foot. Perfect. Good. And stay up. Stay away from the ground. Nearly.
Yeah.
So again, it's interesting because the more I'm watching you, your feet keep getting wider and wider and wider. And it's interesting because the one thing you'll see is that if I exaggerate, the wider I go, the closer to the ground I get.
Yeah.
And your problem is hitting the ground. Now you've got such a wide centre of gravity. You don't stand like this, by the way. You can't turn.
Yeah.
So I like it when you're up here.
Yeah.
You look, and I just don't want you to feel as if you have to get down to the bottom of the ball. And that's it. Just stay up and just explode that left hand up, turn. That sounded so struck. Oh, go in. Super shot.
Is it?
If we can do that every time.
Yeah. That made sense though, just being a bit
taller.
Perfect.
But then it's telling your brain that because I'm stood taller, I don't have to go down to it.
Yeah. I think my natural reaction is when people obviously said use the floor. Yeah. My natural reaction is, well, if I want to jump, then I'm going to have to be like this.
Yes.
And if I want to use the floor, I'm going to have to do this.
Yeah.
But obviously it doesn't work quite. So I think that's why here I can still use the floor, but I just feel like I can literally just go like that. Whereas when I'm here, like you say, it's harder to get. So I have to go over to try and get.
Yeah, and again, if you can look at some of the really sort of high-speed golf swings, like your McIlroys, people always look at him and they go, yeah, he loses so much height because he's using so much ground to spring out.
Yeah.
That's fine if you've got the speed.
Yeah.
He's got enough speed to be able to get up and out of the way quick enough. I'm not convinced we do. So, I like the fact, if we just stand you up to start, give you a chance. But, there's so many ways of using the ground, If you think of how you want to push this hip that way, to push the hip that way, you have to push your toe into the ground that way because you're going to use reverse forces, aren't you? Yeah. So if I want to push my hip backwards, I've got to push my toe this way to do that. Yeah. So you can always feel, and I just like I said, but just by standing up, standing a bit taller. Good. Just stay away from the ground. You just went down to it a little bit, just a little, and caught it heavy. The shape of the golf shot is perfect.
Yeah.
Stay up. Convince yourself you can stay as high as you want. It's getting a little bit heavy. And I know we do always joke about the old topping. But it's interesting, you know, as a golfer, if I gave you 100 balls and told you you're not allowed to top a single one, you wouldn't top one.
Yeah.
So you don't ever, to me, look like you're going to top a golf ball.
No.
You know, so, you know, we're trying to get the difference between missing it slightly fat, a couple of mil behind the ball.
Yeah.
Just try and hit, you know, halfway up the golf ball, even if you just want to try and hit a couple thin. That was stunning.
So just try and thin them.
Try and thin it, but all that's doing is keeping you away from the ground and helping you turn.
Yeah.
There we go. You get that on 5 millimeters low. And obviously, just looking at the numbers on the quad, you know, where we're starting to measure how far up and down on the face you are, you know, we're giving you millimeters.
Yeah.
A couple of the shots prior to that, or in fact, you went on a little bit of a run of hitting them high, 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 high.
Yeah.
Okay? Whenever you hit it high, you generally hit it left. You as a person.
Yeah.
Okay, so go again. Thin to win.
It's the way.
Good. Stand up, stay up. Stay up the whole time and just turn. Super swing. Super strike, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just got it flipping ever so slightly. Strike was fantastic. And you got all your distance then.
Yeah.
Oh, you can get a nice bounce off the side.
Played for. All played for.
But you hit it 5 millimeters low again, which is great. So do that again. So now you can really start to feel the more you pull up, keep the club face behind you. Same again. We're just standing up. We're going to keep the club head behind you. Bit heavy. Heavy and left, heavy and left.
Get over that.
Go up.
No. So many balls in that putt. Don't want to play this golf course.
It's a tough one. 2 lots of water to go over. But again, there it is. It's, you know, we said it. You're 5 millimeters high.
Yeah.
You miss it left. Because that right hand just does all of this.
Yeah.
Stay up, 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 up. Close. It's going to be a lovely line on that. Didn't sound like you got all of it. Bounce.
No, not quite. And again.
Yeah, just a bit high on the face.
Yeah.
So let's see, just out of interest, if you can actually get it out the bottom groove. Just for, it doesn't matter if you hit it into the water.
Want me to thin it?
I want you to actually completely thin it. We're going to go
where my
for,
camera is right.
yeah, 15 millimeters thin we want it. Just out of interest, just get it really low on the face.
There's more
Sounded thin, didn't it? Oh. You got it 21 millimeters low. But the nice thing is there, Craig, I've asked you to do something and you've done it.
Yeah.
You know, there's not a case that, you know, and I often say this, if you keep hitting the ground, there's going to be a reason. We know the reason. You've got to say to yourself, well, actually,
If I want to,
don't hit the ground.
yeah, I can do that.
You could, of course you can. Yeah, I've asked you to deliberately hit it low. Yeah, you got it out the toe, but I asked you to hit it low and you did. So there's no problem at all. And even then, when you did that, your path didn't change. So we're not mucking around with your golf swing.
You didn't say middle low, so.
No, that's exactly.
Be more
So again, just
specific.
try and keep it low on the face. That was unbelievably good, wasn't it?
Yeah. That was.
Oh, your fastest club head speed as well. Up to 94,
Just warming up.
but great golf shot. And again, you're going back 8 millimeters low. Perfect. It just seems to be what we're trying to do is just find a groove for you
Yeah.
that works for you. I love the way you're swinging, actually. Be interesting to see how you do it on the golf course, because picturing this shot on the golf course,
Yeah.
it's close, isn't it? Really close.
Almost. Almost.
Get the nice bounce. There it is. It's a good hole.
Oh, look at that.
Ever so slightly closed. Strike. It just sounds so good when you get it. It sounds so good. Are we going in?
Oh!
Missed it. How dare you missed it a half a foot right.
I think we'll leave it on that one.
What a golf shot that was. Should we have a little replay of it? But do a little replay. Let's do it from the end, shall we? It's a great ball fly, isn't it?
Yeah. Take that.
Lovely.
Take that.
There we go.
But yeah, I think having that feeling, again, I'm getting into the feeling where I can get to like here and literally just
hit it as hard as you can.
Which is a good feeling to have. I don't feel like I don't feel like there's going to be any major rights.
Good.
Because I'm never going to get that far out to win.
No,
So,
you won't. Well, we've known that for weeks, which is great.
So we've taken that out, and unless it's just getting out of that, snappy, and it's when I hit the ground first and it kind of go toey.
Yeah,
So.
I think just to sum everything up, the whole combination of getting you out of this, and more into this, you're going to be in good shape. And I think you've got good flexibility. You've got enough strength in your legs. We're not asking you to swing 1,000 miles an hour faster. We're just asking you just to turn your hips and just try and stop this right hand flip. But yeah, good job.
Awesome.
Good job.
Take those. Thank you very much.
Pleasure.
Right, guys, thank you very much for watching. We will be doing more of these if my swing can get any better.
Oh, it can. It will.
My strike can get any better. So let me know in the comments what you're working on in your own game. Hit that like button if you are, and if you don't already, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any more of my content. And until next time, peace.